Hi, I'm Stephen Sashin from XeroShoes.com, and I want to talk to you about barefoot running. There's a lot of mythology about it. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? How do you do it? How do you not do it? I'm here to clear that up with the truth about barefoot running. First, let's take a look at just barefoot running over history. The percentage of people who ran barefoot has been dropping precipitously over time since 15,000 BC, admittedly, with a little bump, starting in about 2009. But if you look at it differently, the number of people who've been running barefoot since 15,000 BC is just going up dramatically. So that, of course, proves that barefoot running is good for you. How do you do it? Where do you land on your foot when you're running barefoot? That's a question a lot of people ask. 40% land on their forefoot. About 30% land mid-footed. About 24% land flat-footed. 5% still heel strike, which can really hurt. And for 1%, their feet don't even touch the ground. We're expecting that number to go up over time. There's different kinds of barefoot enthusiasts. There's people who've read the book Born to Run. There's people who've run barefoot. And then there's an intersection where people have done both of those. Those people are known as insufferably annoying at dinner parties. You know who you are. Have you read Born to Run? Something people don't know about the five-finger shoe, those toe shoes, there's a fascinating bit of math. The odor distance time factor of 5 fingers has to do with how long you've been wearing them. If it's only been a couple of days, you can only smell them from about 6 inches away. But after a few more days, the odor practically travels across the entire planet. It's the #1 leading cause of divorce in America right now. There are 3 types of people who are anti-barefoot running. You might run into those. Doctors who sell orthotics, of course, big shoe companies, of course, and then your parents or your teenage children, depending on how old you are. When running barefoot, people are worried about things they might step on or step in. Let's look at the odds of what the people are worried about. The odds you might step on broken glass, very small. The odds you might step in dog poo, very small. A little bit bigger. Frankly, look, if you weren't stepping in it before you started running barefoot, you're not going to start stepping in it now. But both of those are way, way eclipsed by the odds that you'll actually see Bigfoot while you run. Much bigger chance that you'll see Bigfoot than either of the other two. Doctors have been saying things lately. Barefoot running is bad for you. How do I know? Because I'm seeing more patients who got injured from running barefoot. You're putting my kids through college. Well, does doctor really know best? Because look, they don't ask good questions. Was the person they're talking about really barefooted or in minimalist footwear? Because most minimalist footwear is as close to being bare as a pair of stilts. Did you analyze their form? Did you look at them in a high-speed video? Probably not, which means you might not have diagnosed the cause correctly. Also, look, if more people are trying something new, you're going to see more of them in your practice. It's just math. And the people who transferred or transitioned to barefoot and had great success, who for their injuries went away and they're now able to run pain-free, you're not going to see them in your clinic because they're not having problems. So the math doesn't add up. And also, look, doctors said this same thing about running in shoes in the 70s. So, okay, how to get started. Interesting bit of math. The number of runs before the average new barefoot runner does too much too soon is 3, which you may know is the exact same number of licks that it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. If you try running while trying to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, that might improve your performance. Barefoot runners spend a lot of time doing different things, a lot of time running, of course, a good amount of time walking also, and most of the time laughing at people who say, you can't run or walk like that, as we run or walk right by them. Now that you've gone through this, let's test your barefoot knowledge. The image on the left is an example of which? A new men's clothing product called Plum Smugglers. How many new barefoot runners mistakenly reach out with their feet in order to land on the forefoot? That's also called overstriding, which is not a good thing. Or just what it feels like inside when you're running barefoot. The answer, of course, all of the above. Now here's the real secret to running, walking, hiking, or playing barefoot. If you're not having fun, do something different until you are. Barefoot running is fun. Those of us who do it have smiles on our faces. If you're not one of those, ask one of us how to get there. It's really simple. Just find a nice smooth hard surface, take off your shoes, go for a very short run, and experiment with your gait until you're having a good time. Make it light, fast, and easy. The mantra to ask yourself as you're running, what can I do to make myself have more fun, to make this lighter, faster, and easier? Share this with your friends, and if you want to find more about natural barefoot movement and about the footwear called the closest thing to barefoot, go to XeroShoes.com.